It's September 24. My front screen is a little blurry, but I have to use it this way to see the comments. Yeah, it's actually way better on the other side. But yeah, it's September 24th, 2025. It's a great time to be alive. The best time to be alive. So, to awaken to the moment, to grab hold of your consciousness, your conscious, grab it, and you use your will. Everything is right here. Everything is in your visual. Hello, Sonyu. One hit Earth. People be ready for that. It doesn't matter, Z Corp, because when we are meant to die, we are going to die. There is no after effect. There is no emotion behind this. No. And there's no thought about this. So when you die, it doesn't matter. Everything on this earth is happening. And yeah, we could always discuss the catastrophic thing more, but that's getting further away from the point that it actually means nothing. You grow foreign? Yeah, I am foreign. God bless all you guys. It's going to be like the greatest live stream. Simply because I'm tuning into life itself. It's not actually me. If it was me, I'd be just trying to entertain you, doing something crazy. But you got to understand that reality has its own control and its own happening. God himself is the life of the planet. He's controlling everything. So when you die, you're meant to die. When you die, there's nothing to affect you. There's nothing to feel from it. There's no emotion. Okay? There's really nothing to say about it. Because when you die, and when anything dies, it's meant to happen. Simple as that. It's not your viewpoint. It's not negative. And simply, it's still happening. There's no way you can prevent it. That's why it's not bad. It's not evil. There's nothing you can do. Yeah, it's by God. It's by God. So, when something dies or someone dies, you can still care for it. But to see it as a negative thing, to be angry about it, to, to have sadness in you forever, it already happened, for one. And it happened. Nothing you can do. So every viewpoint that you have, you create an emotion. But you create that. It doesn't matter what someone said to you, implanted in you. You create your emotions. Okay? From your viewpoints. You just don't see it. It kind of sometimes just happens. Okay? But if you pay attention, you would create the happiest thing in your life. And you would live your best life. Whatever that means to you. And if you're so smart, which I presume you are, and you create how you feel, well, then you would have the best thoughts. You would think the best. I'm dumb as, yeah. The best time to be alive, and this is merely more than words, because there'll never be another best time to be alive. Because you can be stuck in your thinking, which this is past regression. Everything that you think about is something you already know. You're just repeating data from the past. That's all thinking is. It's mechanical and a machine. So thinking about the same thing is actually what they would call stupid. I'm not saying that as negative. Not saying it's bad. But to actually feel your life and feel the life right now, there is no future. It would be the life that you feel right now. and it's completely different from your thinking, you can actually stop thinking. Then there's nothing to think about. And when there's nothing to think about, you have no questions for reality. You emerge with the life that everything is, because now you're not thinking about something. And now you feel the best you will ever feel simply because you merge into the life entity that you are. Which this is also called soul. But the soul can only be known. It doesn't matter what you think about it. It does not matter. One bit. Because you actually have to dissolve and submerge into it. It is literally life itself. So the best moment to be alive is the moment that you feel. Okay, we know between me and all this right here, there is some type of distance. We know it. We know there's distance right here. Wherever you're at, wherever I'm at, there's some type of space. Me and my hand, listen to this. We have some space here. There's some space right here. We know there's space here. But we can't see it. We can't see the space. When you stop thinking, the space, it fills you up. You can't know it, but you will feel the space. This is everything around you. This is how you actually feel the space right here. Because there is some distance between me and you, some space, and there's some space between me and this. What is it though? We can't define it. We can't say what it is, but we know there's something between us. It's invisible. This is what they call God. When you empty your mind, and it's possible, then you feel this space. You literally feel it. It's so powerful that it's invisible. So when you become empty in your mind, then God, aka the space, fills you up. Literally, if you want to know God, if you want to know all about the universe, you just stop thinking. Which comes when you activate your consciousness, and you become focused. Yeah. The only reason you have questions about reality is because you're thinking about it. When actually, when you drop all your questions, when you drop all your beliefs, everything you know, because there's nothing on your mind, you merge with reality. Yeah. Yeah. Well, how you perceive how I look, it doesn't matter. That's just your contortion of your viewpoint. But if you would actually listen with your heart, then you would feel this. I don't know what you mean messages from users are blocked. Yeah. Everything that you do and say, it's already being seen by you. God's going to see it, and you're going to repay for your actions. God already forgives you. You get punished, what you would call punishment, because you were doing things to people and you weren't aware of how you were making them feel. If you're not aware of how you make things feel, then you could be making the whole world or a specific person, you could make them very sad. You could make them off themselves. And now you are energetically connected to that soul. The only one that really judges you is yourself. You're just not aware of it yet. Yeah. People that talk to God are crazy. That's just what you think. And you're allowed to think whatever you want. So does everybody. That's just what you think. It's not what I think. You can talk to God through your thoughts, but it doesn't matter, because how God really speaks to you, He speaks to you by feeling Him. And I feel Him all the time. He's always trying to feel you. You're just not paying attention. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Orlando, you will never know God through analyzing it. You will never know Him by thinking. It's impossible. You may hear Him. You may get intuition very solemnly. But it's when you stop thinking, the feel of life, you can't even lie to me about this. You can't disagree. It's impossible. Because the feel of life out here will automatically go inside of you. When you're not thinking, you become life. There is nothing to think about. Thinking is a waste of time, and I can prove it to you. First of all, your thinking is cynical. It happens in a cycle. Second of all, if you just think about stuff all day and all the time, you're going to get sick. You're going to get nausea. And if you think about something all the time, you eventually want it to end. You want to experience it. Yeah. So all your thoughts, all of the thinking you've ever did actually was pointless. Because you want all your thoughts, you want them to end. Yeah, because they're annoying. They don't know. When you actually end all your thinking, how's it going? You want to feel your life, not merely think about it. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Elijah. My eyes are just, the camera's messed up. So, were you invented space travel? Thank you, Simon. Yeah. The reason why you don't know life, the reason why you don't have happiness, because you don't feel it. You have to actually merge into the feeling. What is happiness? You can tell me what you think about it. Anybody can make up their own definition. You can do that about anything. But happiness is actually the feel of it. That's the meaning of it. Doesn't matter what you say. The whole reason you don't feel love, because you can't feel love through a thinking. You can manipulate it and have a viewpoint of love, and then you will create a feeling of love. But most people think negative, so that's not happening. Love is something, it's not something that comes from thinking. You actually want to feel love. It's the only way you would actually know it. Yeah. It's very simple too. Because everything you do, you will always want to feel something. Where does the feeling come from? From inside of you. There's no denying this. And this is why whatever you do, you want to feel it inside of you. It doesn't matter if it's happening across the world. You want to feel it right now. You want to feel what's going on right now. Because you are the best feeling in the world. The whole reason you exist is to know you exist. To feel the exist. What God really is, which no one's going to tell you, some people might. He is the feeling of love. Yeah. And of course, thinking about it will never get you to feeling the love. That's why people won't believe in God, or that's why they can't even accept the fact, because it has to be dissected by their thinking. But you're just going to dissect more. Anyways, if you were really smart, you would create your thinking in the best possible way you could think. So what that means is, if you're in control of your thinking and you think you know it all, you would be thinking and feeling the best. Yeah. Thank you again, Simon. Yeah. Words are wands, words start as thoughts. Our language is an interpretation of a bunch of other languages, but the how a word starts is actually from a vibration. Words are a vibration, and yeah. Thank you. Good morning, Levi. God bless everybody. I hope you all feel love. I don't care what you think about me. I still have love for you. You know, I will always stand up for myself if I want to. Everything in your life that you do and say, it's your choice. You want to be mad? You're mad at yourself. You're unhappy? You're unhappy. You chose that. You're mad about your girlfriend leaving you? Aw, woohoo. Well, that's because you're mad. Why aren't you happy? Yeah. The beard is killing me. The reason you exist is not to know you exist. It's actually to feel the existence. Yeah. It's to clear your mind so you see everything. And that way God will talk to you. It's the same thing with your intuition. What is that? What is your intuition? It's the feel of something is about to happen. Yeah. So God is not something separate from us. He's never separate. He is with us. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Terrific. Only when you keep thinking, then you're separated from God. Now, if you're positively thinking, these are thoughts from God. God is a positive being. Negativity, it sucks. This is what they classify as the devil. Thank you for the donation. I agree with you, Simon. The Mountain Dew, I did take some sips before this, but I also have to record myself. I have so many things going on that, yeah, I didn't feel like holding the Mountain Dew. The whole reason we exist is to feel why we exist, not think about it. And two, you could say the other reason why we exist is to help other people. Okay? Where you are here first to wake up to this reality that all your choices matter. And then you're here to help people. So thanks for the donation again, Simon. Hello, Jeremy. Why I not shave my beard? I will be exposing that at a later time at a bigger event. that is something that will happen then. Yeah, there is a reason for why I do everything. But one reason I can tell you for it, I like my hair. I like the feel of it. Yeah. I like having no hair too. Don't get it twisted. There's a lot of things I like, a lot of things. But there's things I like even more. Yeah. And I like the feeling of getting a buzz cut. Yeah, and like a massage on your head. But you don't get that every day, for one. The buzz cut, at least. In all of my life, you don't understand this. I've been terrorized. You have too. People telling me I can't grow my hair long. People that have nothing to do with my life. It's my hair. But ever since a child, how could I ever know what long hair felt like if everyone always cut it off of me? My parents, then society. So I could never feel long hair. Yeah. Other than that, it's really not a big deal. Hello, Robin. I don't know how you got your name highlighted, but yeah. Jeremy, God's bringing everybody's ears to listen. Just some people weren't ready. Yeah. The reason why people aren't finding the truth, you always want to know an answer. And what you're thinking is that, oh, that ain't the answer, this is the answer, da 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 da. But what you're thinking wants to come to realize you can think about whatever. It's when you actually stop thinking, when you calm down, you see it's hard for people to calm down. That's the problem. When you calm down, your thinking falls to the side. There's no problem once you stop thinking. And God is a non-thinking entity, and he expresses through the feel of love. Yeah. All your thinking wants an answer. It wants to end. Yeah. But if your mind's going all over the place, then you can't be still. I appreciate you, Levi. I don't think I'm smart at all, Deb. I've never said that. And you're going to have to go through all of my material. I actually don't think nothing. because God is working through me, I simply feel life. And you either do or you don't. And you can think whatever you want about me. That's just a thought. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Jeremy. The whole reason any event happens in our life is for us to find God. Everything you're doing, you want to be filled with love. So if you haven't felt God and felt reality, something will wake you up that seems devastating. It'll be the most devastating thing in your life. Because then you will find God. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear about that, Jeremy. But your wife she still lives. She's just not in the body anymore. Yeah. That's why you even still care for her and you still feel the love from her. And she probably still communicates with you. Yeah. Because she's still alive. Yeah. In fact, we can communicate with anybody, but you have to have enough focus. Yeah. Good morning, Owen. Yeah, God just wants you to come back to Him. He wants you to have love for the world. So you're going to have to surrender all the negative thoughts, but more so emotions. Because He is only love. You won't get to Him any other way. And He will fill you with love. It doesn't matter if you positively think negative. It depends how it makes you feel. If you feel negative, then it's from your thought. You can't possibly feel your body and feel negative. Negativity is a construct of the mind. It's a point of view. Your point of view is stuck and you're viewing it as negative. This is the cause of negativity. But you can think about whatever you want and you can change your perspective. Hence, then you feel better. Anything you don't like or that makes you uncomfortable in your mind, you want to change it to something you do like. That's the whole reason. Empty your mind like martial arts. That may be true, Deb. We are rooted here through the nervous system. Yeah, to feel all of life around you, it's very still. It's not moving like you are. What God really is, He's complete relaxation. Like right before you go to sleep, but He is aware and awake. And He's completely relaxed. If you're not relaxed, you're not going to feel Him all the time. Yeah. It's biblical for men to have beards. Yeah. Most people that shave their beards, as in for men, they're doing it to get woman. That's the number one reason. Yeah. Mostly everybody does stuff simply because of they want sex. That's just what it is. Or for a woman. But do you see how that's just one specific limited idea? It's not that it's wrong. There's nothing wrong. But there's all of this in the whole entire world. And you just focus on one woman. You're just forgetting about everything else. Most guys that go after women or go after one woman, they give up everything about themselves. Usually the woman doesn't even want them. But since they forfeited everything that they know, there's no more left to them. They become a robot. And there's so many other things about in the world. But you're focused on just this one thing. And there's nothing wrong with it. But it is limiting in itself. Yeah. Hello, Sigma. Thank you, Maxine. I appreciate that. I have people that tell me, oh, I hate your beard, I hate it. A couple hours later, I have people that are like, yeah, I love your beard. I love it. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong about loving a woman or a man. But it's when you get into a relationship and you push the whole world, you exclude the whole world, that's going to bite you in return. It will. Yeah. Because you're always going to want something more. The source of life in whoever's life is inside of you. Happiness, it's right here. Why do we park our cars in a driveway? You would have to look up the root definitions of that. And that's just somebody else's terminology. You could say I park my cars in the lane. I park my cars there. Hello, Stitson. You can never tell someone the truth. First of all, they're not going to want to hear it. And second of all, I feel it. The only truth that you will ever get to know is the one you feel. And once you feel united with God, you feel united with reality, you're comfortable. You're comforting. There's nothing else you need to know. And we all want to be here simultaneously. Yeah. The thing is, people are so caught up in their idea. They're so locked in on their one specific perspective that when you challenge their perspective or say something outside of it, let's be honest, there's always going to be other ideas outside of your one idea. People are going to explain it different ways. But people get so caught up in it, when you try to tell them something, they just think you're insane. They don't like their beliefs, which is something they've created, to be challenged. It's not even an argument, nothing negative. You have dreads? Yeah, there is no maintenance. But if we were, it seems like there is. LC. Especially if you have to shave all the time. It kind of gets annoying. It's kind of like you're just spending time. You're spending energy. So, yeah. That's totally up to the individual. Yeah. But I agree with you. I do less maintenance with long hair. Shaving is like, you know, the government tells us what to do now. I mean, that's just putting the power outside of you. You have all the power. Anytime you fall to someone else's ideas, once even really you give them attention, they have the ability to influence you. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of people are full of shit. That's what makes me even come here and even do this. If the person's not happy, I wouldn't listen to them. Would not. Why would you listen to anybody? I don't care if it's a doctor. If they're being serious, which is death. Being serious is death, literally. The only person you need to look up to or take advice from or even listen to, we don't see happy people. We don't really see them. And if we do see them, they're not usually helping the world. They're off in their own ego. Okay? I've been happy all of my life. I don't need to be more happier. It's yeah. Anyways, I was young. And then I seen how the world really is. You should only listen to people that are happy. It's simple. Everybody wants to be happy. But if you listen to a bunch of monks that are like stone, you think you're going to be happy and feel love from someone who's miserable? No, not happen. Only you can control your life. Yeah, that's a lot of people just give their powers away. Yeah. And it's more so about controlling your perspective. Why you hate life is because you hate your perspective. You don't actually hate life. Yeah. You're just not doing what you want to be doing. Yeah. Everybody does have wisdom. I do agree with you. Wide load. That's everybody has wisdom. But if you're already miserable, listening to someone else and being around miserableness, it's going to be hard for you're not just going to feel love and just get out of it. I have actually stuff I have to do today. And I just got a call for that. So we might not be on much longer today. I'm in the dimension of the only dimension, the highest dimension. Not that it's better than anything else, because all there is this dimension. I'm okay with whatever happens. Whatever happens, I'm already okay with it. It doesn't matter what happens. I'm already okay with it. And I am already happy. Yeah. There's nowhere else to go. As funny as it sounds, there's nothing else to discover outside of this world, and there's nothing else you have to process. Because the whole goal of life is actually to stop thinking. then you actually become life. It fills you. You filled with joy. You fill with love. Dimension is something that, for an intellectual, there's, while it may be nice to talk about, it's not getting us to right here. No. My girl's probably gonna chew it off. Yeah. Some people do love their hell. Hell is a trap, but it's your perspective. You get locked into thinking, oh, this is the only way. I have to do it this way. But that's just your perspective. It traps you. You can view it any way you want to. But you're viewing it from a way that you don't like. Yeah. I'm just talking about what's going on right here. There is no wrong, and it's just happening. Everything we're just seeing, I'm not analyzing the fence. It's just there. I'm not thinking about something in the past. That's gone. Yeah. Because life is always here. Yeah. You're all in whatever, the whole existence of everywhere and everything, you are seeing it. You exist with it. You wouldn't know about it if you didn't exist. All there is just the feel of life. It's not really what you're seeing, but seeing is like very perpetuating, because you can close your eyes and you're just going to feel this immensity of love. Thank you, Michael Elkson. Yeah. Sorry, I just scrolled down. Thank you, Stitson. Yeah, that's why hell, that's why they perpetuate it outside. Because it comes from a closed mind, so to speak. And what you want to do to get outside of the mind or hell, first of all, is to change it to a positive, because you obviously don't like it. that it's created in your mind. It has nothing to do with the outside of you. When people do activities, the whole reason of doing any activity is so you stop thinking and you get away from the mind. So evil person, they could actually become enlightened. Everybody does. That's the thing. But they're not aware of it. So they stop thinking. Maybe they're cutting up a body. They're not thinking. But then hours later, they go back to thinking in their hell. So it's more so about the awareness. You have to catch it. Like with a fishing net. Like SpongeBob and the jellyfish. You have to be aware when nothing's going on up here. That is the freedom. It's the something we always want. Yourself wants to self-decimate. Like every time you have a thought, a question, you think you want an answer. And you accept whatever answer that you eventually accept. But really, you just want the question to go away. Because then there's no more problem. Yeah, but I love all you guys. There's always going to be hate, discrimination. They're always going to say stuff. Da 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 da. But that's the best thing about that is it's not you. It's outside of you. What someone else thinks doesn't pertain to you. What someone else does, have no reaction to. Your life is just the way you think about it, but it's your reaction. Some people are living right now to a reaction that happened years ago that they've constructed. Overcoming anything. You say there's a lot of worse streams in this. If you're looking to be distracted from the goal of life, then I would say yes. I'm not here to entertain you, because I could be the biggest entertainer in the world. But it's not what I'm trying to do. Yeah. And that's not egotistical. Yeah, it's just, I consider it, you say it's the worst stream, or worser streams. I personally think it's the best stream. And if you go watch somebody that has a lot of views right now in their stream, such as I Show Speed, what is he doing? Just watch him. Watch anybody that has a lot of people in their stream. They're going to be running their mouth first thing. I already know that. And eventually it's going to give you a headache. It's going to stimulate your nervous system too much. You go watch who has the most streams. And it's almost like they're controlled by something. And see, don't listen to what they're saying. It's how they make you feel. Yeah. We could dive into that for days, though. Yeah. But they'll be going and jumping around, and they'll be like, look at me, type of stuff. I have nothing against that. Simply, it's already happening. And God allows for it to all happen. Yeah. I don't really know what they do anyway because I don't watch them. And even people, spiritual people, I don't even really watch them. You could say that, whatever. Yeah. And I could understand that you don't always want to listen to spiritual stuff. Yeah. So. Gay is for you. You can call me whatever you want. The real meaning of gay, they changed it and manipulated it. It means happiness. Yeah. And happiness is what we are. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people don't really like the truth because they're living in their own world. Hello, Candy. Thanks for the message. A lot of people are living in their own lies. Not saying what they're thinking is a lie, but they have limited thinking. They think, oh, this is the way, this is it. Well, if you're miserable and you get angry, then how is this it? Go look at Donald Trump next time and see all the people behind them. You can just see this in court. They're all going to be like this. I already know. They're going to be serious, dead, and they're not going to be having no joy in their life. In fact, they're going to be trying to escape what they're doing. Yeah. The only insult that gets to you is the one in your head. It isn't from somebody else. It's playing in your head. So it's yours. I love all you guys. Doesn't matter what you think of me. I will be here tomorrow morning. I hope you guys bring love in your life and bring it to the world. If you just slow down your activity, you're immensely going to feel, you're going to feel better. Yeah. God bless you all. Yeah. That's it. People will say I'm sick or I'm high, but I'm the one laughing. I'm the one happy. I'm not the one calling you names, saying you should do this. You need the shave. You have any viewpoint you can have.